Let me say that again. I believe the permission for all of our suffering and pain is granted by God. Now, I know that statement sounds odd, but like a track meet, stay on track with me as I jog down memory lane because my finished line remind you of Job. I mean, Job. You know that dude in the Bible whose problems come to him like clothes. I'm not talking fashion, but even if he was fasting or fast in 100-yard dash, he still couldn't outrun or hurdle his problems at the throw like a javelin. See, he thought he was in a relay race to prove he was still holy. And we don't have to discuss how the enemy's shots put him in a place for the lowly. Even his homie said, homie. Clearly your suffering and pain is a result of your sin. That's no lie. Even his honey said, honey. I don't understand why you don't just curse God and die. So again, I say, I believe God grants Satan the permission to give us our suffering and pain. Now, I know you may think I'm insane or deranged to even make such a claim that I could picture it in my membrane to hang and frame the blame on the God who reigns, but give me the reins to bridle your brain, because nay, I would never horse around with such a claim. I would never say that God is evil. Only a devil would dare to stunt with a statement like that. Evil Knievel. See, I've learned that there's available beauty in everything. And that applies to all the hurt and pain. Sometimes the deaths that are in our families, a confusing tragedy that the pain that Christ attained produced gain for these debtors. So isn't it a travesty that we view all of our pain as if we're being chained with fetters like handcuffs? No damn joke, but we scratch our heads wondering when our own tests will end. Please comprehend it. Some tests in life are meant to go away simply because you passed it, my friends. Listen, what I'm about to say is simple, so please don't perplex this. But sometimes we have God completely backwards. Dog, we're so dyslexic. Teachers test these minds with testing quizzes to prove that we become better. But God is a teacher that gives us tests that make us better. Jeter couldn't hit you harder than this.
Distractions.
Oh, no, that's fine. Oh, no. Actually, I'm actually happy that they came here. Since I stopped, I guess I can kind of stop here. If there's a line or something that I say that either one, you don't catch it, or one, you want to hear it again, or you feel like, it'll minister to somebody that's next to you, you can yell out, rewind, and there's somebody say, rewind. Rewind. Okay, one more time.
Rewind.
Exactly. And then I'll go back and say the line over again. And yeah, we'll try to do the same thing. I guess if anyone walks in, I'll just like rewind back. All right. What is that? Jeter couldn't hit you harder than this hard knock life that'll make you want to run home. Because as soon as you start having a ball, life will strike you out and leave you with no base to roam. So when the demons come, be Dodgers. Excuse me. Rewind back. Jeter, because, oh my goodness, I've never messed up with this one before. All right, man, praise God. Amen. I'll just go further back. Is it fine if I just start over?
Yes.
I believe the permission for all of our suffering and pain is granted by God.
Phones on silent, please. Can we just put our phones on silent, please?
Yes. I believe the permission for all of our suffering and pain is granted by God. Now, I know that statement sounds odd, but like a track meet, stay on track with me as I jog down memory lane because my finished line remind you of Job. You know that dude in the Bible whose problems clung to him like clothes. I'm not talking fashion, but even if he was fasting or fast in 100-yard dash and he still couldn't outrun or hurdle those problems and let them throw it like a javelin. See, he thought he was in a relay race to prove he was still holy. And we don't have to discuss how the enemy's shots put him in a place for the lowly. Even his homie said, homie. Clearly your suffering and pain is a result of your sin, and that's no lie. Even his honey said, honey. I don't understand why you don't just curse God and die. So again, I say, I believe God grants Satan the permission to give us our suffering and pain. Now, I know you may think I'm insane or deranged to even make such a claim that I could picture it in my membrane to hang and frame the blame on the God who reigns, but give me the reins to bridle your brain, because nay, I would never horse around with such a claim. I would never say that God is evil. Only a devil would dare to stunt with a statement like that. Evil Knievel. See, I've learned that there's available beauty in every calamity. And that applies to the hurt, pain, sometimes the deaths that are in our families, the confusing tragedy, the pain that Christ attained produced gain for these debtors. So isn't it a travesty that we view all of our pain as if we're being chained with fetters like handcuffs? No, dandruff, but we scratch our heads wondering when our own test will end. But please comprehend, some tests are meant to go away simply because you passed it, my friends. Listen, what I'm about to say is simple, so please don't perplex this. But sometimes we have God completely backwards, dog. We're so dyslexic. Teachers test these minds with tests and quizzes to prove that we become better. But God is a teacher that gives us tests that make us better. Jeter couldn't hit you harder than this hard knock life that'll make you want to run home. Because as soon as you start having a ball, life will strike you out and leave you with no base to roam. So when your problems come, you dodge us. But we soon see Satan isn't from New York, but he'll yank keys of joy from these Cubs. Luckily, our Papa Bear's with us, so no Atlanta be Braves. No David Goliath or slingshots, but luckily his blood covers our souls. Our souls. So these Red Sox help us knock those giant problems out of the game, but life is not a baseball game. So beating your big boss problems will automatically send you to another level. So I'm like, what a shame. You get to realize sometimes God allows problems in your life to prepare you for later devils. So don't let your current problems hospitalize you like a patient. No, let them produce in you godly patience.
All right. Amen.
I don't think I've ever messed up so bad. I've never had to like start a poem over a top, like even like since I started. I was like, if it hadn't came down to it, I was just gonna like, all right, Lord, I want to do this poem. So that's cool. So praise God. Do you have a question?
Just want to confirm something you said. Usually you pray before you come.
Well, I prayed. I just didn't pray on exactly